welcome.
Hello.
It's Kaya
And Lisa.
from Mother's Awakening.
And welcome to 2018. Woohoo. This is actually our first co-video.
In 2018.
In 2018. Yeah. So, what we're talking about today, do you want to share it off into Mother Rising so they can all find us today? What we're sharing today is talking about the idea that it is the whole woman who steps into motherhood, who steps into that responsibility of bringing forth the next generation on the planet. It's a whole woman thing. And then we become a mother, and sometimes that is such an all-consuming journey. And it is, hands down, a massive life change. But it becomes all-consuming, and we just leave massive pieces of ourselves out and fall by the wayside. And there's that period of time in our lives where all we are is a mother.
And
we lose our wholeness.
And it gets to a point, if you have ignored something and ignored parts of you for long enough, that the voices can get so quiet, and it's like it can be some distant memory or some distant thing that is a bit foreign or hard to even know or hear anymore. And it can feel like you're missing, like you're not whole.
You're incomplete. You've lost with yourself. You can flatten out and get a bit like flat and grey and blah. That's actually not what you want to bring to your children.
And not just flat, sometimes really, really resentful. Like it can explode out eventually.
Yeah. And even if you love being a full-time stay-at-home mother, okay, even if that really fulfills you, you still need wholeness in who you are as a woman and a person, and how you show up in your life and experience the wholeness of your life. And what you're doing here is bringing all of you to your children. So this is not about taking you away from being the dedicated mother you want to be. This is about stepping into more of your light and more of your wholeness and bringing all of yourself forward to your children, okay? And at the beginning of the journey, it's so all-consuming, you can barely get your head around everything that's got to happen with the baby. And so that kind of falls over. But if you forget to reclaim that and bring that back, then you're not bringing all of yourself, all of the fullness of you to your gorgeous children.
And when we say bringing all of you to your children, it doesn't mean that you're only bringing your passions to them, so you're like demonstrating to them how you do stuff. It means that you're fully stepping into yourself. And in some ways that actually is you bringing more attention and honoring and focus back to yourself. But what we're saying is that hugely benefits your children.
The energy that you bring, when you bring a sense of wholeness and completion, the ability to access levels of presence, levels of joy, levels of connection is amplified. If half of you hasn't been left behind years ago and you're kind of going, I think I used to be a bit more than this somewhere along the line. So we're suggesting that it is possible. And I'm going to be real here. It requires you to create some balance around it. Your children, you're still dedicated to your children, highly committed to them. Kaya and I get it, okay? We are with our children 24/7 all the time as homeschooling parents. And we are committed to our children every day. Every day. My children are actually my top priority above if I had to choose, there's no contest at the end of the day. It doesn't mean I am not bringing all of myself, collecting all of myself up and bringing it forwards. You can see because we're here. So there's a balance required to it, but it is possible. And I think a lot of mothers believe it's not possible.
Yeah. And also believe that, one day in the future.
In the future, one day I'll try. It is possible. It is so possible. It's not an either or paradigm, and we forget that. It's an and. It's an and. You are enriching the experience. In fact, motherhood enriches the rest of all the areas of your life, and all the areas of your life enrich motherhood. is not meant to
For all
be.
the hearts.
Oh, lots of love this morning. It's not about carving ourselves up and putting bits in the cupboard for next decade. It's about bringing it all forwards together. And how the hell does that journey work? So the way the journey works is a journey. It's a bit of a long one, and we won't do it for the whole life here. But it starts with what piece. Oh, look at all the hearts. Thank you so much. You're so beautiful. What piece of yourself do you want to reclaim in 2018?
And the way you do that is to listen to those little whispers. Like when you are cutting off bits of yourself and it's important and it's like a part of you that feels sacred to you, it will let you know. Like you'll feel this little niggle or this little whisper, even if there's plenty of resistance or it feels distant, you'll feel it. So it's about turning your attention back within and listening to your desires, listening to the inner whispers.
Your desires are directional compass type instructions from your soul. Okay, they're not frivolous. They're actually guidance. And so look to them. And it doesn't matter if the piece you reclaim feels freaking tiny as. Reclaim something. Okay, start wherever. It might be, this is the year I step into that business that I want to create. Or it might be, this is the year that I reclaim reading a book in the bath. Like, it could be a massive spectrum, and it doesn't matter.
And it could also be like kind of a sense or a feeling. Like, I just got reminded, Lisa just gave me this top. And when I put it on and I looked in the mirror, I went, oh, I look sexy.
I got a cleavage.
Cleavage and like shapes. And I reminded that it's really fun to get dressed up and look sexy. And there was this part of me that said, I want to look sexy for me more often. And that's something that's easy to not do as a mother. That's so simple, and it can be so little, and it's something you can just do in the mirror in tiny little bits often. Like that's like
that doesn't in any way take you away from your children.
And it also gives teachers so much more self-empowerment, self-love, self-celebration to your children. When you fully step into all these things, you're modeling the most important lessons.
And on that energy level, with Kaya feeling the way she's feeling now, or like sparkly and, oh, go me, what sort of energy would you be able to bring to your children today?
Way more energy, for starters. Like,
and there's a positivity and an enthusiasm and a bit of zest happening. That's what you bring back to your children. I mean, you bring a lot, but all of these things. So please don't feel like it takes you away from your children and you could never, ever do that. And I get that. I had that story for a long time. Like, no way, I can't do it. My children are top priority. And I believe that anything that, I wouldn't risk anything taking me away from what I believed was a truly important duty, life work. And it's not true. My relationships with my children are mega strong, super connected.
And they're not going to get lost because you claim yourself. Like that whole idea that I can't because my children are so important to me is like, it's kind of a martyr paradigm. And it's
very fear-based.
It is. It's not
scarcity-based.
It's not based in truth. And it is sometimes based in a little bit of, it's in ego, like the ego that in order to have worth, I need to only be, like I need to be there for other people and all that stuff. Like if you're fully coming back into your power and yourself, it doesn't take away from them. You're just there with them in a more clean and loving way.
Yeah, I think that I have worked, and you have too, we have worked with so many mothers who, when they come to us, feel like freaking empty shells, like heart and soul dedicated to their children. They are so in love and it is so important to them. And yet they're grey, they're shell-like, they're flat. Some of them are feeling depressed and wondering, what the hell's going on? There's no colour in my life. And how the crap do I bring myself myself forwards to my children in the way I want to be doing, like I'm struggling. And because 90% of them got left behind somewhere a couple of years ago, okay? I guarantee you it will bring more to your children, not less, to reclaim all of yourself. Reclaim at least one piece this year. So for everyone who's here and everyone who catches this on replay, we do tend to get lost in our stories, Nikki.
Yeah, and Nikki, we celebrate you for like really claiming it more and more.
Woohoo!
Yes.
So everyone, replay or hear live. What is one little piece of yourself in 2018 that you want to reclaim? It could be a huge piece, it could be a little piece, it doesn't matter. What are you claiming back? It's you, it's still there. It may feel so distant and tiny, but it's there. What are you claiming back to step into more fullness, more of who you truly are as a whole, complete woman?
And what are you going to do to claim it back? How are you going to commit to yourself, your sacred self?
And so if what we're talking about here resonates in some way, Kaya and I are currently opening up our calendars for calls that you can book in, you can have a chat with us, we can go deeper, we can go personal, we can help you find that one bit you want to reclaim this year for sure. So if that's something that feels exciting to you or like, oh, yeah, that's good. In the link, in the description is the booking link. Go find a time that works for you. It's all there. You can do it without having to, muck around. It's all in your time zone. It's perfect and all ready to go.
It would be an honor.
And we would love
dive deep with you.
Yeah, we would love to. We really want to help women step into such a complete whole version of themselves and bring that forwards to their children and really understand that it is not going to take you away or diminish your role as a mother. It's going to bring more to it.
I love that, Tanya. Reclaim exercise.
Ooh.
Space to honor my body.
That's beautiful.
Yes. And attached to that is because I love my body.
Because I'm worth it. Whatever you reclaim, you're worth it. Trust me. Okay, so much love to everyone this morning. Oh, thanks for all the love, Laura. And we will...
Claiming my little girl who is lost at times. I love that. Giving her love and compassion. Beautiful, Nikki.
Okay, everyone. Much love today. We will check the comments later and comment on everything everyone's claiming. So leave a comment. Let us know how you're going. So much love in 2018. It's going to be a huge year.
Yes. See you.
Bye.